Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be a full face of Juvia's Place makeup featuring a black lip. I'm also going to be giving you a first impression on their powders. Here's the box right here, super cute, features the queens with a little bit of powder under their eye. Really cute packaging as always. I really love the whole peach statement right now. So this is the first powder that I'm showing you, and this is Sahara. And first let me say that these powders are very finely milled and the colors are great. I really love the fact that they're all lighter tones. I feel like setting the center and all over of your face is usually done with a little bit of a lighter tone. So this is Sahara, and it's somewhat of an eggshell color. It's a soft off-white. I'm just showing you how it appears on my skin, and as you can see, it blends right in, blends away. The next one is Namib, and this is the one that I use to set pretty much all over my face, and it's kind of a very similar tone to the warm saffron that I love, and I really love the fact that this is a nice rich tone without being too dark, so when it oxidizes it's not gonna really switch your makeup up too much. Next is White Sands, and I really like this because this is the kind of tone that you use in very particular places to give your face a nice lift. Gobi is a really great powder. I feel like this is going to be a great tone for women who are very deep and want their center to still remain somewhat deep without being too dark, and this is also not going to give you much of an ashy tone. I love the undertones of these. Next up we have Kalahari, and this is going to be for my girls who love a banana powder. All of these are very finely milled, soft, they blend in nicely, and they really help to diminish the look of pores. I'm also going to be trying their blush palette out for the first time using the color Tau, and then I'm going to go in and use Chad, and I'm also going to be using the Masquerade Mini palette for my transition colors. So we're gonna go ahead and also use a black lip today. This is called Doo Doo, and I absolutely love this color. I don't want to say doo doo, so I'm putting a little stank on it. This is the highlighter. You guys know that I love a pale gold highlighter, and this is from the Tribe Highlighting. First, I'm going in and doing my brows. I usually don't show you guys how I do my brows because it's very simple, because I have had brow microblading. Basically what I do is I just go in and add a little bit of strength to the structure of my brow. I think the shape is absolutely phenomenal. I will have the information of the person who did my brows in the bottom bar, but right now I am using the NARS pencil in dark cool brown. It's a very dark, cool color without being exactly black. I also like Anastasia in chocolate, and then in the tail of my brow I will use a black pencil from NYX. So going in with concealer number 12 and a Juvia's Place brush, I am going to highlight the bottom of my brows. You guys generally know that I don't highlight the top of my brows, just the bottom. I'm not a huge halo brow fan because I generally don't get the tops of my brows waxed or plucked too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the bottom, and this is just going to help solidify the highlight area of my brow, and it's just going to give my brows a fresh look and a little bit of a lift. So now I'm going in with a little bit of a really pale concealer from Tarte, and I'm using that all over my eyelid and a little bit into my brow bone area, just so I can make sure that my eyeshadow sticks and pops. So the first color I'm using from the Masquerade Mini palette is called Burkina, and I'm just using that as my first transition color, just so everything has that one color that it fades to. This is pretty much the lightest neutral brown in the palette, and I really love how pigmented these are. There's not much kickback, and they just fade nicely. So first you've seen I applied the color, then I went in and blended it. So next I'm going in with the color Ada, and this is a really bricky tone, almost like a brown maroon color, and I'm mixing those together just to give my eye a little bit of depth, following with Zulu, which is a really kind of like an orangey brown tone, more brown than orange, kind of like a rusty tone, but mixing all these together is just going to help create dimension and give my eye some depth. I also use a little bit of Fulani. So next I'm going to use Chad, which is a black tone, and as you can see I have the tape, and I'm using that just to give my eye look a little bit of an angular feel, and I'm going to fade that inwards, and I'm also going to apply the black to my lid. I did go ahead and kind of focus a lot of the effort on the outer third because I do want this look to appear lifted and very blended. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just blending everything out, and a lot of the colors that will be peeping up are my first transition colors. That's why it's very important to always use your transition colors so they can have something to fade into. You want that black to start out very black and then to slowly fade into other tones. Now, you don't have to use the colors that I used. You can use any 3 or 4 colors you like in the order of lightest to darkest to really give your eye that pop. And I absolutely love how these blend. That color that you're seeing stick up the most, I want to say, is Ada. That kind of red tone color, I love it. So now I'm going in with Togo with a little drop of Angola. You don't have to mix these foundations, I just want to say that. But you guys, if you've been following me, you know that I absolutely, positively love to mix my foundations. I just love it. I really love to get a perfect tone, even more perfect if I can, and that's exactly what I did with Togo. Togo's a great tone. Angola's also a great tone, and it's a tiny bit darker, maybe a shade or 2. So just giving a little pinch of each really helps this look to look amazing. This tone is dead on my skin tone, and this foundation is so thick and creamy and pigmented. It wears so well. If you are gonna wear and use this foundation, remember, like, it's so pigmented, it's so creamy. You do not need a whole bunch, even if you want full coverage, because it is super pigmented. So going back in with the concealer that I used under my brow, I'm going to blend my under eye area using a gem blender. This is my self-created silicone blender, and I love to use this in my under eye area because it gives a smooth, seamless, absolutely just blown out blend. So now just going in and really pushing that into my skin, I'm going to use my unicorn fan brush, and this is from jazzybaptiste.com. I'll have more information in the bottom bar. I absolutely love this fan brush. It is so good to use for several different reasons. So right now I'm going in with Namib, and this is one of their powders, and let me say that I was very impressed by these. They are so finely milled and they just blend into your skin so nicely, really set that makeup down. And I didn't have too much of the powder flying everywhere. I really love the color of this especially, and I just think that it really looks great, especially on the perimeter. Because it is a darker color, I did use it to kind of, it's dark but it's not too dark. I use it to highlight. The second color that I'm using is Kalahari, and I really love this tone a lot. I really think that it is the perfect kind of pale, almost banana tone, depending on what colors you like to set your face with. It does give your face a lift. I am going in the areas where I have the most shadow, which would be around my mouth, under my eyes, on the corners of my mouth, to give my face a lift. And I also did reverse highlight my contour. So now I'm going in with Bronzeville, and this is a bronzer from the Prime Beauty. I absolutely love this to warm up my face and to frame my face, to bring my shadows back, to bring my contours back. You guys know that you usually do bronzer with a very fluffy brush, so that's what I'm doing. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of their darker contour powder, and that color is called Chocolate Liddy, and I'm going to be using that on a more tapered brush. That step is coming up here in a second. I just wanted to let you guys know because I don't show the second color. But I use that bronzer all the time. If you want to see it, definitely check out some of my videos. But yes, I absolutely love how well these powders just worked and blended together. As you can see, I haven't even like brushed any away. I'm letting it bake. It's not too bright. It's not too ashy. It's really, really contouring my face and allowing my contours to be seen very, very well, especially in the cheekbone area. That is my favorite area to bake and really, really create dimension. Here it is with Chocolate Liddy, and this is, I'm using a little bit more as a contour type bronzer and blending that out and really shaping and chiseling and slimming out my face. laying down the Juvia's Place powders first really help these bronzers to just glide over my face like never before. So now I'm going in with my Urban Decay Summer Solstice setting spray, and I am spraying that all over my face. And then I'm taking a brush and stippling, and this is just gonna help to really wake up and revive the makeup from the powder so it doesn't look dead, which it didn't in the first place. Honey, I'm blending a little bit of Ada on the bottom of my lash line to really help the black color that I'm gonna lay down next have that blended smoky effect. I really want the bottom of my lash line to resemble the top. It's gonna pull everything together, and it's gonna make this look so sexy and so expensive. That is a Makeup Forever artist pencil in black, and it's very creamy, and I really like these in particular because you can blend them out. They don't dry down right away. So I am going to also use a little bit of Chad from Juvia's Place to set that eyeliner so it doesn't run or smear. If you like a really waterproof liner, I recommend you use one from like L'Oreal Silkissime. I love them. So now I'm going in with the highlighter on my Unicorn fan brush. You guys know that I love this pale gold, almost invisible kind of highlighter look. I don't like too much yellow in my highlighter, so this highlighter is just perfect for me. Just a beautiful color. It shows up so well, and it takes on the color of the lighting in the room, so it doesn't have to be too yellow. It just wears on my skin so well. So I'm going in with that same black pencil that I used in my eye area, and I'm using it as a lip liner. And this is just to help the Juvia's Place lip product stay in place. It is a very liquidy product, but it is long lasting, and it's matte, and it stays still. And I think it looks so beautiful. Once they're all paired together, it just looks so nice. Yes, as you can see, it's so dark and so pretty. I absolutely love a black lip. It always just adds like a layer of like gothic class to it, like rocker chic. I think it's so pretty. I think anybody can get away with a black lip, no matter what skin tone, what undertone. Black is the most neutral of all colors, and I think that it just comes together so beautifully. And I'm using a little bit of highlighter on my shoulder area and on my décolletage, and I just think it looks so pretty. Again with the Unicorn fan brush. So now I'm going in with a little bit of their blush. This peachy tone is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see on my cheeks, it really brings out that reddish transition color. They come together and tie the look in such a way that's not too matchy-matchy, but they just complement each other so well. And I absolutely love this color on my lips. I kept putting it on. I think it's great. So this is my first impression of a lot of these products, especially the powders. I really love them. I'm definitely going to be doing a wear test for you guys, something that you can see how it wears throughout the day and how it does. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the bottom bar. As always, guys, I want to thank you so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch, and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye, guys.